Hello students, let's continue KSET 2020. 16th question. If P of n 2 power n less than n factorial, then the smallest positive integer for which P of n is true. So basically this problem we can go with a verification. So among the four options, which is a smaller number, option D. So let's check with that option. So given statement. So our statement P of n 2 power n is less than n factorial. Let's check with n is equal to 2. So 2 power 2 is less than 2 factorial. So that is 4 is less than 2. No. So this is false. So next number we can go with n is equal to 3. So 2 power 3 is less than 3 factorial. 2 power 3 is 8. 8 is less than 3 factorial is 3 factorial is 6. This is also false. And next smaller number we can go with 4. 2 power 4 is less than 4 factorial. 2 power 4 is 16 and 4 factorial is 24. Okay, 16 less than 24, it is true. So among the four options we can go with this is the smaller number which satisfying it. Okay, so this is 16th. Next, we'll go to the next question. If z is equal to x plus iy, then the equation mod of z plus 1 is equal to mod of z minus 1 represents. So here z is one complex number and with the condition is given mod of z plus 1 is equal to mod of z minus 1. So I will explain in the shortcut method also for this question, and before that let me go with the normal method by taking x plus iy. So I can write here x plus iy plus 1 is equal to mod of x plus iy minus 1. So this is a mod of x plus 1 plus iy is equal to mod of x minus 1 plus iy. Since we know mod of a plus ib, a square plus b square, so we can write here x plus 1 whole square plus y square. Okay, so under root. So we can take under root here, and here also we can just take under root x minus 1 whole square plus y square, and this can also be read by squaring on both sides. We can write here x plus 1 whole square plus y square is equal to x minus 1 whole square plus y square, or this on cancelling y square and y square we can write x plus 1 whole square is equal to x minus 1 whole square, which on further we can write x square plus 2x plus 1 is equal to x square minus 2x plus 1. So which implies directly x is equal to 0. So what is x is equal to 0 representing? It is representing y-axis, and hence we can give the option C. And instead of solving these calculations, just by understanding the concept z, what is the mod of z plus 1, the meaning of z plus 1, if z is equal to x plus iy, take any point x comma y, so that the z is nothing but x plus y, and this can be written z minus of minus 1 comma z minus of minus 1. Okay, let me not confuse you. Z minus of minus 1 means there is a point p x comma y and another point minus 1 comma 0. Means the distance between this point x comma y and another point minus 1 comma 0. Let me take here. This is a distance. Mod is nothing but distance, right? And again mod of z minus 1. So what is z minus 1? We can write z minus 1, we can write it as z minus 1. So this is x comma y point, and this point is 1 comma 0. So let me take the point 1 comma 0 here. Now these both lengths are equal. Mod of z plus 1 is equal to mod of z minus 1, means the distance from the point p x comma y to these points are equal, which means that locus of this point, where is the locus of the point? The locus is moving point along the line y-axis, which is perpendicular to these two line joining these 2 points -1, 0 and 1, 0 on x-axis. These are lying on x-axis, and perpendicular to this x-axis is y-axis, passing through origin 0, 0. Okay, and hence we can say the moving point, the locus of this point P, Z is nothing but it's a y-axis. Okay, this is how we can just prove it. Let's see the next question. Question number 18th. If the parabola x square is equal to 4ay passes through the point 2, 1, then the length of the lattice rectum is. So given parabola x square is equal to 4ay and it is passes through 2, 1, which implies that x is equal to 2. 2 square is equal to 4 into a into y is equal to 1. So which implies a is equal to 1. So by taking a is equal to 1, hence the equation of parabola. X square is equal to 4y. And now what is the length of lattice rectum? We have length of lattice rectum is equal to 4a. So which is nothing but 4 into 1 is 4 units. So which option? Option A. So we can go with option A. Next we'll see question number 19. If the sum of n terms of an AP is given by Sn is equal to n square plus, this is n square plus n, then the common difference of the AP. So given sum of n terms of an AP, n square plus n, then what is sum of first one term, only one term, that is 1 square plus 1 is equal to 2, which implies the first term is 2 only, and sum of two terms is nothing but 2 square plus 2, that is 2 square is 4, 4 plus 2 is 6, which implies that sum of two terms is, means term 1 plus term 2 is equal to 6, and term 1 is given 2, then what is term 2, which implies term 2 is equal to 6 minus, or we can use it s2 minus s1, sum of two terms minus sum of one term, that is 6 minus 2 is nothing but 4. So t1 is equal to 2 and t2 is equal to 4. What is the common difference? Common difference is t2 minus t1. So this is 4 minus 2 is 2. So we can take the common difference is 2. Option B. 19th option B we can go. So next problem. Question number 20. Two lines Lx plus My plus Lx plus My is equal to n and L dash x plus M dash y is equal to n dash are perpendicular if, since two lines are perpendicular, we can just take the condition directly, we can remember, or by using a slope concept also we can write. What is its slope? Say m1 minus L by m, and another line is given L dash x plus M dash y is equal to n dash. So what about its slope? Its slope is m2 is equal to minus L dash by m dash. Since two lines are perpendicular, so what is the condition for perpendicular of two lines? m1, m2 is equal to minus 1. So we can write minus L by m into minus L dash by m dash is equal to minus 1. Or we can also write this L dash is equal to minus mm dash or plus mm dash is equal to 0. So which option it comes here? The option comes here. Option D.